Thank you. So in this class, we are going to talk about concept of mocking. This is one of the important thing. So why we do mocking, we need to understand. See, you tell me JUnit normally we write for which layer?
Service.
Service layer.
Business
Business
layer.
layer, business.
Yes, sir.
Right? Yeah, service layer is one business layer. Agree, agree, and agree.
Yes.
So it could be your service layer. It could be your controller. You know controller, REST controller.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
REST API encapsulate the business logic or not? Yes, it is, right? And what about service layer? Yeah.
Yes.
And what about DAO layer? You say, sir, normally DAO layer also, but right now I'm using Spring Data JPA. So normally we do the method declaration. So rarely we write some business logic. Am I right?
Yeah.
So so we need to see, when you write JUnit for REST API, then service layer or whatever. So guys, JUnit, one of the feature when you run your test cases, JUnit, right? Test cases. You run your test cases in Java with the help of which framework?
JUnit.
JUnit.
When we run our test cases, right? When we run our test cases using JUnit framework. Hmm? So it it must run in isolation. Isolation means independently. Are you following me?
Yes.
Like if you want to run your test cases for REST API service layer, you should not have any dependency on external layer like database, Tomcat. If somebody is saying I want to run my test cases, I need my Tomcat. No, you don't need it normally. For I'm talking about unit test cases, okay? Remember it. I'm not talking about integration test cases. That I will explain to you. Right? So you need to understand if I want to write test case for let's talk on service layer. It's easy. So service layer have dependency on DAO layer. Please try to understand. It's not easy. Again, I'm telling you, it has dependency on DAO layer. So during if I'm writing my test case for my service layer, I have to mock my DAO layer. Your answer should be I'm confused. I don't understand what do you mean by mocking. Confused or not?
No.
Yes.
Why?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. One more time, sir.
Yes,
Because
Because
we
I'm
are
yes.
doing,
talking
we are
about
providing a fake input, right, to get a fake output.
fake input to fake. Actually, this is a little bit correct. Basically, we are mocking the behavior. Mocking the behavior means it will not behave as a real, it will behave as a mock. For example, like service layer is interacting with DAO layer. So if I'm writing my test case for service layer, which layer I have to mock? Bina?
Repository layer.
DAO layer.
Done.
If I mock DAO layer will not talk to database. Why we are mocking? If you call actual DAO layer, what is the problem? It will talk to DB. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
So because when I'm running my test case on my service layer, I don't want to have dependency on database. मुझे database नहीं चाहिए. How it is possible? Mock DAO layer. Clear? कैसे? And in order to mock DAO layer, we need a tool that is called Makito. Which tool? Makito.
Me too.
You can use Power Mock, but we are going to use Makito. And there is another tool we can use Wire Mock. Wire Mock basically we use to mock REST API, other external REST API, other REST API. Got it?
Yes,
The
sir.
reason we don't mock the database is that because the data number will be changed every time, right? The value or something like that.
Sometime you have to mock. Sometime you can use real database, like when you use integration test cases, right? But here we cannot have dependency on database because the database is not going to play any role, right? That's bad. And database, you are right. Database value can be changed anytime. But that's one of the reason. But why should use actual database, right? Does not make sense. Clear?
Yes. Yes.
Otherwise, whenever you want to run a test cases, you need a database, and it can slow down your JUnit test cases speed as well, right? Test case should run very fast. What I said? Test
Very
case
fast.
should not take much time. अगर if you use database interaction is there. जहाँ भी database interaction होगा, it would be slower. Test case should not take much time. Fine.
Yeah.
Diagram तो color हो गया, right? But nobody understand what I'm trying to teach still. So let me give you some example. So example I'm not making in Eclipse. उसमें last में आऊँगा. First of all, I would like to make in Paint. ना? अच्छा है. So assume I have my DAO layer, right? You know DAO, class repository,
Yeah.
user repository. And in that we have a method public. You have to tell me, right? If you don't understand, cry, right? And it is returning a class user. And same thing I will make in the Eclipse, right? So this is my agenda for today. So it has user name. Please, मेरी help करें आप. It has username or integer UID. कोई तो help करो मेरी. Email ID. Nobody wants to help me.
Address.
Mobile. Yeah. चलो ठीक है इतने रखो. And getter and setter. You know Lombok?
Yes.
Lombok लगा हुआ है इस पे. Add the data. It will generate getter and setter and toString blah blah blah. Like here I'm writing one method, a user find by ID. So what I'm passing here? Can you help me? I'm passing here
ID कर passing.
you are able to help me integer. I'm passing UID. इसको समझ लो अब अच्छे से. Like here it is hitting database. I don't have time to write the code, okay? Actual DB. A method call होगा तो actual database will be called. Veena. What is it? Actual database it will call. JDBC template or whatever. Agree?
Yes.
But here I'm not making all that because we don't have time. Though, but in editor I can show you. New user. And here I'm setting dynamic data is coming from database, right? तो मैं इसमें set कर रहा हूँ UID. Allow me. UID is UID, whatever you are passing. And second parameter which I am setting here is u dot. Thank you. Of the
Username.
and username equals to Nagin. But Nagin नहीं होगा, right? कुछ भी हो सकता है. U dot email. I hope you understand मेरा intention.
Yeah.
We are just providing the data here, right?
नहीं ये तो actual data है. मैं तो I'm just teaching purpose. But this data अगर if this method is called, then data will come from
Database.
database, not Nagendra and all. वो तो मैं आपको बस I can show you repository. Do you know what repository notation does? It is used to create bean of it, managed by a Spring container. नहीं? मैं पूछ रहा हूँ. Do you understand the notation का meaning is? Yeah. Now I have another class, user service. User service भी एक bean है. And which notation we can use here? Service.
Service.
यहाँ पे service, वहाँ पे repository. Reason? I want answer.
Because this was service layer.
आप कहोगे by convention, when you make a bean of service layer, it should be annotated with @service, so that it can feel it is service layer. And यहाँ पे repository means database. And repository में एक extra है. If any exception comes in the database, it is translated in Spring specific exception. तो repository थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा है. किससे? मोहन. Repository is little bit ज़्यादा compared to service. It actually translates database specific exception to the Spring specific exception.
Auto add.
Auto add, basically it is used to dependency injection के लिए. अब देखिए, I'm just writing my service layer. Service layer क्या return करने वाला है? चलो इसमें मैं एक यूजर डिट्यू बना लूं, चलेगा? फाइन बाय, इसका नेम कुछ भी हो सकता है, फाइन बाय, फाइन यूजर बाय आईडी। हेलो एवरीबॉडी, व्हाट इट इज डूइंग, जो भी डेटा डेटाबेस से आ रहा है ना, आई एम नॉट रिटर्निंग एज इट इज यूजर स्टोरी डॉट फाइन बाय। मैं पेंट में बना रहा हूँ जानबूझ के, सो दैट यू कैन सी एवरीथिंग एट वन 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 प्लेस। यहाँ पे इंटीजर यूआईडी, यहाँ पे यू, सबको समझ आया इतना? इट इज कॉलिंग डाउ लेयर एंड डाउ लेयर इज रिटर्निंग यूजर डीटीओ। यूजर डीटीओ मेरे पास है नहीं, आई कैन मेक इट राइट, डीटीओ बीना एंड ऑल, यू अंडरस्टैंड? यहाँ पे सर्विस क्या कर रही है, देख सर्विस कह रही है, आप लोग को बोलना भी है, इट इज रिटर्निंग यूजर, नोबडी इज रिप्लाइंग। आप लोग देख रहे हो केवल बैठ के, देखो यहाँ पे आई एम गोइंग टू मेक यूजर डीटीओ ऑब्जेक्ट ना। तो ये सर्विस क्या कर रही है, व्हाट यूर डेटा इज कमिंग फ्रॉम डाउ ना, उस डेटा को इट इज कन्वर्टिंग इनटू व्हाट,
DTO.
DTO.
और कन्वर्जन करते समय अब लिखोगे डीटीओ डॉट यूआईडी, यूआईडी एज इट इज राइट, जो भी यूआईडी डेटाबेस से आ रहा है यू आर सेटिंग इट सेम। आप समझे? प्लीज लेट मी नो इफ यू अंडरस्टैंड। और देख डीटीओ में आई एम सेटिंग यूजर नेम, the username, whatever username is coming from database, I am converting into uppercase, है ना, uppercase, right? And what about email? Set email. देखो ईमेल में मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, जो भी ईमेल आ रहा है, मेरा बिजनेस रिक्वायरमेंट है, आई नीड टू पता नहीं, यूजर डॉट गेट ईमेल, इसको भी मैं
Are we missing set UID? Set in UID?
हाँ उसको चेंज कर दिया ना, you miss, I missed it right, because I'm directly trying to set it, you got it? इसको you
Okay.
think as a pseudo code, अभी लिखता हूँ अपर केस। तो आपको समझना क्या है, व्हाट इज द यूजर डीटीओ में एक और फील्ड है राइट, दैट इज कॉल्ड डिस्क्रिप्शन, एंड डिस्क्रिप्शन में व्हाट एवर डेटा इज कमिंग, मैं यूजर से क्या ले रहा हूँ, मुझे एक सेकंड देना। देख डिस्क्रिप्शन में अगेन आई एम सेटिंग ओरिजिनल ईमेल, जो भी ईमेल आया राइट, ओ प्लस आई एम अपेंडिंग द मोबाइल एंड देन रिटर्न द डीटीओ। अब मैं आपसे कुछ क्वेश्चन करने वाला हूँ, प्लीज आंसर टू मी। डन हो गया बीना, मेरा आंसर क्वेश्चन इज, ये सर्विस मेथड क्या कर रहा है बताओ? ये सर्विस मेथड जो भी डेटा, व्हाट एवर डेटा इज कमिंग फ्रॉम डाउ लेयर राइट, एज पर द आईडी, उसमें डीटीओ में यूजर डीटीओ में यूजर आईडी इट इज सेटिंग एज, एंड यूजर नेम को भी अपर केस में, ईमेल को भी अपर केस में, यू गॉट अ पॉइंट?
Yeah, it's converting on the DTO.
and setting into description में it is setting email and mobile को मिला के। So do you understand the business logic of this method?
Yes.
यही समझना, if you understand this my job is done. What is the business logic of this method? मोहन तुम ऐसे बोलोगे, business logic of this method is, जो भी यूजर, whatever user object is coming from that, जो भी है, ये क्या करेगा, डीटीओ में यूआईडी को it will set as it is, whatever username will come, it will convert into uppercase and set it. Similarly, whatever email comes, it will convert into uppercase and set it. बोलो। एंड डिस्क्रिप्शन में ईमेल और मोबाइल को कर देगा, यही लॉजिक है इसका। मेरी बात समझ में आई या यू डोंट अंडरस्टैंड? हेलो, लॉजिक कुड बी एनीथिंग राइट, बट व्हाट इज द लॉजिक ऑफ दिस मेथड? अब ये मत पूछो कि व्हाई आई एम डूइंग इट, लॉजिक इज लॉजिक राइट।
Yeah.
तो देखो हम लोग क्या करेंगे, अब इसका अगर टेस्ट केस लिखते हैं राइट, तो मैं इसको इनपुट दूंगा और इसका आउटपुट चेक करूंगा इसमें, तो इसका आउटपुट विल डिपेंड ऑन
Input.
आउटपुट ऑफ डाउ, यस या नो।
Yeah.
Yes.
इस मेथड का जो आउटपुट आएगा वो डिपेंड करेगा डाउ पे या नहीं। आप इसको समझो, यस अगर समझ गया तो यस, अदरवाइज नो।
Yes, yes. Whatever comes from DAO, that will be the output.
आप दिस मेथड, बस ये
Yeah.
होगा कि यूजर नेम जो भी आएगा इट इज इन अपर केस में होगा,
Uppercase.
ईमेल
Yeah.
अपर केस में, बस बस ओ यू गॉट इट। तो देखो हम लोग क्या करेंगे, अगर एक्चुअल, अगर मैं इफ आई एम पासिंग इनपुट एंड चेकिंग आउटपुट, अगर एक्चुअल डाउ से आ रहा है तो वी नीड डीबी और नॉट टू रन द टेस्ट केसेस ऑफ दिस मेथड।
Yes.
मोहन, वेरी नाइस। तो मुझे डेटाबेस नहीं चाहिए, तो मैं क्या करूंगा,
More करेंगे.
इस जो यूजर रिपोजिटरी है राइट, आई विल मेक अ मॉक ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ इट एंड इस मेथड को मॉक कर दूंगा, बोलूंगा कि इफ आई गिव यू दिस आईडी, मुझे ये यूजर का ऑब्जेक्ट देना। तो डेटाबेस पे नहीं जाएगा। Actually, when you mock it and call the find by ID method, it will not call the actual method.
Yes,
क्यों?
yes.
आप कहोगे hey find by ID, if I give you UID 100, right? तो मुझे तुम ये देना, बस हो गया। Oh, you got it? अरे mock में क्या करते हैं? Whatever dependent object is there, we mock the method का behavior. Mocking method behavior is, you will say hey method, अगर मैं आपको ये UID दूंगा तो मुझे आप ये देना, बस that's it. I hope you got this concept.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's do it. Okay, same program को I'm going to make it. Please. थोड़ी तो हेल्प बनती है, इतना अगर समझ जाते हो आप, राइट, माय जॉब इज डन, बिकॉज दिस इज गोइंग टू बी यूज्ड, बट इफ यू डोंट अंडरस्टैंड व्हाई मॉक ना। अच्छा, मॉक करने के लिए विच टूल वी यूज?
Mockito.
मॉकीटो, वेरी गुड।
So for now, so far, we are just trying to avoid the correction with the database. That is the reason we are
वेरी
making it.
नाइस, yep ऑलवेज जो सर्विस का, अगर सर्विस लेयर इफ यू राइटिंग टेस्ट केसेस, तो यू शुड मॉक ऑल द लेयर, लाइक डेटाबेस हो सकता है, इट मे बी एक्सटर्नल वेब सर्विस, इट मे बी फाइल सिस्टम, इट कुड बी एनीथिंग, राइट। यहाँ पे डेटाबेस है।
So what are the other instances that we mock, Nagar?
देखो, अदर इंस्टेंसेस का मीनिंग इज आपका डेटा कहाँ से आता है, एक्सटर्नल सर्विसेज, चाहे तो डेटाबेस और एक्सटर्नल सर्विस और फाइल सिस्टम, बस।
So these are the only cases. That is the reason we use Mockito, or there are any
एग्जैक्टली,
other?
बस नहीं
Okay.
नहीं, यही रीजन है। दिस इज, क्योंकि इसके अलावा और डेटा कहाँ से आएगा, योर डेटा इज कमिंग फ्रॉम एक्सटर्नल सर्विस, इट इज कमिंग फ्रॉम डेटाबेस, राइट। तो
Okay.
इसमें देखो, इसमें मॉकिटो है ना, क्या है, तो कोई तो मेरी हेल्प करो, आपको हेल्प तो कर रहा हूँ मैं अभी तक। ओके, तो लेट्स राइट इट यहाँ पे। कैन यू हेल्प मी? पूरा लिखना पड़ेगा मेरे को। एक तो यू हैव टू मेक यूजर ऑब्जेक्ट, है ना, पैकेज चेंज कर देता हूँ। एंड व्हाट एट्रीब्यूट्स है, प्राइवेट इंटीजर यूआईडी, एंड इसको आप टाइप करके देखो, प्राइवेट, फिर मेरा वीडियो देखो जाके अगेन, यूजर नेम एंड पासवर्ड,
Email.
प्राइवेट। वहाँ पे मैंने मोबाइल ले रखा था, राइट, मोबाइल
Okay.
नहीं ले रखा, बस इतने से।
But
एंड
in
गेट
mobile also,
एटसेट्रा
right?
ले सकते हो आप चाहो तो, it doesn't matter, right, how many
Okay.
attribute you
Yeah, yeah,
take, you
that's
can
fine.
take n number of attribute, but we need to understand the motto of it,
Concept.
purpose. Then I'm just, तो किसी बना रहा हूँ यूजर रिपोजिटरी, बोलते रहो। तो find by id, integer Either na?
Yeah.
The here I'm not using auto wiring and all. चलेगा, right? I can use new operator. क्योंकि spring based project नहीं है. Make sense? But data is coming from database. Am I right or not? Please, if you don't understand, let me know. Hello. हाँ, वो तो हम कर लेंगे कभी भी JDBC template and what, not a big deal. इसको बाद I'll come to the real project after it. Any other attribute we have? Set password is pass 1234. Anybody have any question queries so far? It's clear. But this is here. This assume this is calling database, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then I can create a user service. Can you help me? And service. And in this, what we have to auto wire? Like auto wire, we cannot do it, but we can make the object of
Repository.
private user. In auto wire, no need to do new, right? Bas. Because that is managed by Spring Container. आप लोग बोल नहीं रहे हैं ना?
So why we are not doing auto wire here again? We are not using Spring Boot.
No, yeah, we are not using Spring, but we can do it. Not a big deal. Why are not using here? Because we don't use. We are not in the Spring project. I'll come that. Okay.
Okay.
Bind user. Not a big deal. And here, UID. And you can make a DTO, right? Or what we can
Yes.
have in DTO? Why? So you
Same
can have
field.
same or it could be different also. कुछ भी.
Could be different.
जैसे मैंने एक और field ले लिया था, if you remember, description. No? And you can make getter and setter of it. Try to understand my intention. What I'm trying to achieve is. So you can make an you can call your repository dot. The यहाँ पे is calling actual method. Am I right? You are getting user object. Other people reply. आपको समझ में आ रहा है? Then we can make an user. Here DTO set. In description, what you plan to set? Whatever data is coming, we can take email ID plus
Mobile.
user dot mobile नहीं है लेकिन password ले लेते हैं. It's okay.
Okay.
Hello. जो है वही ले लो. DTO dot set email, but email we are setting after converting into.
Uppercase.
Similarly, we can. Oh, cool. Username again we are setting, but after converting into uppercase. Uppercase. That's it. Password. Password we are making blank, okay? Because password is not good to
Mark.
return security point of view. Right? Password we are making blank. I hope you understand. Yeah, hash karo. You have to reply as well.
Yes.
This is done. Now I have to write the test case for it, right? So you understand the business logic? Like here, there will be two use case, Mr. Mohan. First use case, suppose in database that ID does not exist. Mohan, two use case only. First use case, when data exists in database and when data does not exist in database. Say yes. अरे आप लोग बोलते नहीं हैं. मैंने क्या बोला? अगर if user is coming null, then what we have to return? Blank object. चलेगा?
Yes.
So this service layer has dependency in which layer? Repository. So let's write a test case for it. Ready?
Yeah.
So you have to go to the which package? Main
Test.
service. I say right click on this, right click on the user service, new, and go to the other. And here you can write JUnit. I hope you understand. Test case. ऐसे. Next, recording है. So you can go, यहाँ पे बोल रहा है 4 because I'm using 4 and I want to go to the SRC test Java and same package. Finish कर. So this class is created. I'm working on what? Give me a second. I need to create the test case for it. Let me try again. Right click on it. What I did. Give me a second, sir. Right click on this file
All right,
and
yeah.
new and other JUnit test case I have to select, not suite test case. I'm sorry. So it is going into which? Can you see this? Is package में user service test. This is clear to everyone?
Yes.
And next and finish कर दो. Like this is my test case class, right? Hello. Now, my first test case is test.
Either the test case will go inside the service layer, or it should be out in the test different folder.
Test में है ना?
Okay, that's
Open
another package. Okay, I see.
and test. What test करेगा? Test when user exists in DB. Tell me. एक तो user exist और दूसरा test case क्या होगा तेरा?
User doesn't exist.
Very nice. Does not या not exist कर लो. तो इसका लिखते हैं. Like you know, if you want to कैसे लिखते हैं, right? Mocking में. So if you want to write test case for user service, so you have to make the object of it, right? इसका real object, the class which you want to write. देखना. But I want to use Mockito. Can you help me? I don't remember the syntax. Can you Google it?
Yes.
Mockito JUnit. You can also Google it. JUnit Mockito service layer. आप भी Google कर लो. I don't care. Anybody can Google it and do it. But you can only JUnit 5. I'm not using 5. We have to do with JUnit 4. Okay, my friends. Let's see if I can borrow some code. This is JUnit 5, right? And we don't know JUnit 5, Abhi, because first of all, we'll do with 4, and once we understand, then we'll do with 5. I'll teach you both.
Is there a major difference between these two?
थोड़ा है, थोड़ा है. JUnit 4. Little bit difference is there. When you search for 5, it gives you 4. When you search for 4, it's giving 5. Everywhere 5. But in our Desi Bank, we have 4. Let's see if I can get something. ये भी 5 है. Check mock. Mockito JUnit runner. Guys, if you want to use JUnit 4, you have to use this. I'm saying I want to use Mockito JUnit runner from the Mockito. So use this one. Are you with me? Yes. And then after that, you want to mock which layer, guys? मुझे किसको mock करना है? this
Repository.
layer, right? I don't want to use the actual
Database.
layer of it, so I can use a notation. I have to make the object of it. Please reply if you don't understand. इसको mock करना है. Why I want to mock it? Otherwise, if you don't mock it, it will call the
Database.
database. मुझे नहीं करना. I don't want to do that. So you can use @mock. Mock object is created, right? Then you want to create the actual object of which layer? Service.
Service.
इसका तो actual बनेगा ना user service. So
Yeah.
how you can make it? Like I want make the actual object of user service. I have to go a little bit with speed. Can you see this? And for that you can इसको ना ये सब you have to remember. You have to use inject mock annotation. So what it does? The inject mock annotation will create the real object of it. And ये वाला this will be replaced by this mock one. So automatically this will create an object of user service. Mohan. And ये वाला जो here we have user service. Are you following me? This will be replaced by what? Reply. ये इस mock वाले this mock वाला इसमें will be injected by type.
Injected. Okay.
Internal. My job is done, right? Now, if I have to call which method? Reply
And
find
find
by
by ID.
user ID and 100. तो देखो अब इस मेथड को कॉल करेगा, right? So it will go internally and call this method. Yes or no? So you have to mock it. Yes or no?
Yes.
इसको mock करना होगा तेरे को. कैसे? Before calling. Actually you can use when method. What method? When. अब ये बोलोगे hey when on this repository which method mock कर रहा है तू? Find by
Find by
UID.
ID.
When 100 is passed to it, तो तुझे क्या रिटर्न करवाना है mock से? Then return. Can you see this? यार you guys have to reply.
100.
Then you have to
100 return कराना है.
नहीं 100 नहीं 100 नहीं नहीं ना 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 रिपोजिटरी से ये तुझे यूजर ऑब्जेक्ट रिटर्न करना है, राइट? इस पे which object? यूजर. अब देख एक्चुअल में डेटाबेस कॉल करेगा, बट हियर व्हाट यू वांट इट शुड रिटर्न द ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ योर चॉइस. मोहन समझ रहा है? इसको तो बोलेगा कि मेरा ऑब्जेक्ट रिटर्न कर, राइट? ईमेल आईडी इज mohan@gmail.com. मोहन आर यू फॉलोइंग मी? फेक ऑब्जेक्ट जो तुम्हें रिटर्न करवाना है वो यू रिटर्न कर सकते हो. आई होप यू आर फॉलोइंग मी या नॉट? हाँ यार वो रियल कॉल कैसे करेगा? रियल करेगा तो प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी ना. इट विल हिट द डेटाबेस. मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि जब मैं कॉल करूंगा आपको 100 पे, तो मुझे यू जस्ट गिव मी दिस डेटा.
Hmm.
नोबडी इज
Yes.
रिप्लाइंग.
Yeah.
आप लोग हाँ
Waiting.
अब उसको बोल दिया ना डाउ को गिव मी दिस. मेक सेंस? या हेलो. अब देख तू कॉल करेगा तो देख फाइंड यूजर बाय में जाएगा एंड 100 पास किया, तो यहाँ पे क्या मिलेगा? वो फेक ऑब्जेक्ट, नॉट एक्चुअल वन. ये वाला डेटा मिलेगा. आर यू फॉलोइंग मी?
Yeah.
तो यूजर डीटीओ में तुझे क्या मिलेगा लॉजिक के हिसाब से? एनी गेस? पता है तेरे को?
User का object.
हाँ वेरी नाइस. यहाँ पे तू लगा सकता है assert इक्वल्स. अब इसको वैलिडेट कर. तो इसकी आईडी में क्या मिलेगा? एनी गेस? आईडी तो सेम मिलेगी, राइट?
100.
जो भी आईडी 100. वेरी गुड अंडरस्टैंडिंग. और क्या मिलेगा पता? लॉजिक क्या है? जैसे इफ आई चेक द ईमेल, तो मोहन जो भी मैंने ईमेल दिया है इट विल कम इन कैपिटल लेटर. हाँ बोलो.
Yes.
सर्विस लेयर इसको कैपिटल लेटर में
uppercase.
कन्वर्ट कर रही है.
Yeah.
अपर केस. सिमिलरली यू कैन डू फॉर यूजर नेम एज वेल. जैसे यूजर नेम अपने दिया है
We have
पपया.
to put first actual and then after expected.
या एक्सपेक्टेड फर्स्ट वाला है
Okay.
एंड दिस इज द एक्चुअल. Hey guys, you got my point or you got confused?
Yeah, got it.
Good. Good.
यार आप ऐसे देखो, तुमने इसको मॉक किया है. दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग व्हिच आई वांट टू टीच यू टुडे, राइट? मॉकिंग मेथड. You say when I call find user and somebody is calling, it's not calling actual. No. It's not going inside it. If you call actual, it will return this one, right? No, but it will not go inside. You mocked it. So please have a look on it.
So we have to provide the data manually, right? Every time.
Always. This is called text fixtures, right? Let me run it. It is running or not. because always I'm using spring thing. 100 but expected 0 is failing here. Let me check why. Like here I am debugging it, right? Why? Debug, right click on it, method and debug as JUnit. So can you see this? Mock interceptor, right? Mock. And you are passing 100. Data is coming. Can you see this?
Yes.
But यहाँ पे you are not you are not setting ID. Am I right or not?
ID. Yeah.
So that's problem is that's why it is not you are not getting it back. Na? So
Zero,
my
zero
code
is
is
default.
working.
Yeah.
Hmm. My code is working, right? Let's run it. I'm sure. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Green हो गया. It working. So I have to write the test case for when user does not exist, right? So in that case, when you pass it, what it should return to you? Null. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
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 Like, let me tell you, if it is returning null, what happened in the actual method? You mocked it, right? If I'm passing 100, return null. If it is null, return DTO. So all the value will be default value. Am I right or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Here it will be also null. This null. Make sense?
Yeah.
My job is done. So I'm able to write both the test cases, and I don't know how much you understand. So please, again, I'm telling you, this is called mocking, right? When this repository, this method is called on this, return this, and this value is going to be used where? When you are calling service layer actual method. Can you see this? So guys, no problem. I'm just stopping my session for here for 10 minutes, and I'm coming back.